McClinton live from Freedom Fest 2015 Las Vegas. We are also going rogue on SHR Media. Have two beautiful young women here who understand the plight of individuals who are, let's just say, outside of the bubble of conservative politics, who want to come inside but have been rejected. Sony Johnson is on my left. Rachel Campos Steffi is
from the Libre Initiative.
Thank you so much. And you're from Victory Films?
I'm on Breitbart.com.
Breitbart.com. Listen, you all rocked the house today. You all broke through a glass ceiling in terms of freedom. I want to ask first, Sony, what are the two biggest things that's been created that's stopping individuals from crossing over from the Democrat Party to the Republican Party?
If I had to say one, I would say the Republican Party.
Amen.
I mean, I would use that as one and two. One, because of their absence. You're not in the community, and the Republican Party has a legacy within the black community, and I don't understand why they've chosen to forget that legacy or neglect that legacy, but for whatever reason that legacy is now absent. So that is a really big part. And the secondary part is still with the Republican Party, is that they don't want, I'm going to use this term, but because I just said it and it rings true. They don't want unacceptable Negroes. They have this kind of template of what an acceptable black looks like. And if you don't fit that template, they won't welcome you in. And what I'm trying to do with everything that I do is to break that template. I don't care about a glass ceiling. What I care about is if you're not going to open your tent to us, then we're going to make our own tent. And that's the part where we're at now.
Amen. Rachel? What are some? Apparently, being Hispanic is the candy of the hour for the political parties.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm the kind of person I don't like to mince words. This is basically what it is. So
we are coveted.
Exactly.
Well, partly it's because our numbers are there. I mean, we're growing at incredible rates. We're a very young demographic. So yes. I think I don't have the exact numbers, but I think it's per month the amount of Hispanics that are turning 18 is just astounding. Every single month. So every month that the conservatives aren't out there engaging that community, they're losing.
Okay, and so we had Donald Trump here today. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the hoopla over his comments. Some of those comments are taken out of context by those who have been progressive. What say you? There are individuals who are saying, well, how can you be a conservative when there is a Donald Trump in the Republican Party?
Well, do I think that Donald Trump was a little inartful? I do. I sat through his speech. I liked a lot of what he had to say. So I think that, again, I'm not about race. I'm about ideas. Exactly. And I think most Hispanics and African Americans, Asian, I think all Americans should be given that kind of respect. That we talk about ideas. And I think that it's really patronizing the way the left keeps trying to throw race around and use race and divide us and keep us down.
Sony, do you think that race is the biggest obstacle for those who are conservative? You come to this particular event today, and there's still questions of how can we get you people to come to our events?
I'll give you a funny, and I always say this, like food and music. Okay, it's like we
That's so funny.
Yeah.
The Hispanics are the same.
Yeah,
touchdown.
We don't do your stuffed Gouda cheese, salmon, and we're not gonna do it. And if we can listen to another country song, we might lose our minds. Understand that it is more, it's ideas. Oh my gosh, I love this woman.
Yeah.
It is ideas, and that is at our core, but it's also cultural. And you have to understand that people are not going to like what you like. And that's one thing about Hispanics and blacks. We got Pitbull and Snoop who learn and make music together, and we both dance to it. And it doesn't cross our minds that there's something wrong with that. And so we are like the integrated by choice as not by force that government wants to put us in. And I think that can be an example, and that's why I'm so happy and looking forward to working with this beautiful woman in the future, is that we have the ideas. We love and embrace our culture, and neither one of us is afraid to put those two things together to take that message into our community. And I think that is what's most desperately needed right now on the right.
Listen, I know that you all have a quick way to go to get to the airport, but I want to ask you a final question. Will you all be back for Freedom Fest 2016, and will you be bringing back others who happen to fit the mode that they're looking for or not?
I absolutely will be back. We expect that Libra's presence here will be even bigger next year. And keep bringing, to Freedom Fest, keep inviting people like us in here. Bring us in. And by the way, come into our communities as well.
Yes, and this is my first year at Freedom Fest, and I was given the opportunity to sit on 3 different panels. And that kind of spectrum where each one was something kind of different, that is a beautiful thing, because you can see that it's not so much where we stick on race. I can talk about an intellectual level, I can talk about a cultural level, and then I can have a third panel where I put both of them together. It doesn't have to be one. It has to be both, actually. It has to be intellect and it has to be culture. If you want a revival in urban cities, then it has to be both. You have to hit the mind and the heart, intellect and culture.
You know, I'm waiting for the time period in our culture where we start moving away from race and start looking at the content of character. And it's going to take individuals like yourselves to make that come to pass. I want to thank you all so much for spending just a few minutes with us, and I look forward to you all coming back with us and talking over the coming months as we begin to go rogue at Freedom Fest 2015 and beyond. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.